Tell us a little bit about what has been your experience managing compliance, especially from the point of view of what causes complexity. What makes compliance management in India so complex that it's definitely non-trivial.
So I think today every company is facing challenges. Some are industry specific challenges and some which are common across all industries. And I understand that because I work in an industry which is highly regulated. So, as you had mentioned, alcohol is a state subject, and every state comes up with a new excise policy, which we are required to comply, while going for label registrations of our products. And it becomes extremely important and critical to stay on top of all these yearly changes. As you know, label registrations, they involve a huge amount of cost, and any question or any objection from the state authority, it can either cause delays or it can also hamper the business. And this is not just it. Additionally, there's a plethora of state company specific, industry specific laws that we are required to comply with. To name a few: FSSAI, LMR, advertisement law, anti-corruption and bribery laws, etc. And since my company has a very, very strong principle of doing the business the right way, and it is highly regarded for it by all its employees and consumers and external stakeholders, it becomes all the more important that we do not miss out on any of the compliance, and while demonstrating integrity at all times. And like in my company, we've been taught to hold ourselves to the highest ethical standards, and we keep compliances at the heart of our organization. And in ensuring compliance is what I feel it is not just the responsibility of a compliance officer or just one person or just a legal department or a compliance team. That risk management mindset, what I feel it needs to be embedded across all levels and all functions. We need to create a corporate culture where everyone understands that the risk that a company gets exposed to for any non-compliance that it makes, and that in itself I feel is the biggest challenge or a responsibility for a company. So if you ask me, and if I may sum it up, the key 5 complexities or challenges that I feel corporates are exposed to: one, we need to develop a clear understanding of what all laws and regulations apply to your industry. We have to be very sure of the industry specific laws that apply to your company, so that you do not miss on any compliance. And secondly, you need to stay on the top of all the changes that that comes along. So you need to be aware of what all changes are getting introduced, any regulation getting amended, a new law getting introduced altogether, any existing law getting repealed, etc. And I also feel third party risks are also very critical, because a company deals with a lot of vendors and a lot of external stakeholders, business partners, etc. So it becomes really important to do a proper due diligence on them before you onboard them. And I also feel that sensitizing employees about the importance of compliance is also very important, because you have to sow ethical values in the system. And lastly, the mother of all challenges, if I may say, and the need of the hour, is to get rid of manual processes. I can't put enough stress on how important it is to deploy tools in the system for setting up and managing compliance processes, because with manual processes it's nearly impossible to identify the gaps and inconsistencies in the way the compliances are getting managed or tracked. And that means a damaging risk can easily slip in undetected or unaddressed, because you just couldn't gauge the full impact until it gets too late. So yeah, Rishi, I think these are the key challenges that a company is exposed to these days.